welcome to Camper Blast Off. I'm Michael Mirsky with Issa Mansour and Calvin Kaplan. Today we will be talking about three things. One, Destination LeBron, where we think LeBron James will go. Two, where we think Manny Machado will go. And three, where we think Bryce Harper will go. Let's start with Destination LeBron James. We're going to start with Issa Mansour. Issa, what do you think?
I believe, so there was just news that LeBron might go to LA even if no All-Stars join him. Just breaking in the hour. So I think that he will probably go to LA. They have a strong case. Paul George, if he decides to go to LA, that's even more incentive for LeBron to go. So, and he's known to have a friendship. They were whispering to each other after a game earlier in the year with Lonzo Ball. So that could be very interesting. Calvin?
I disagree with you. I think that LeBron has thrown...
Wait. So where do you think he's going then?
I think LeBron throws his curveballs all throughout his career. I think he's going to San Antonio. This is the Spurs' way.
But if LeBron wants to contend for a championship, and San Antonio, they might not have Kawhi back. Kawhi doesn't want to stay. He might not want to stay, and so why? Why?
This is the Spurs' way to keep Kawhi. Get LeBron James.
Do they have the cap space though?
I don't know if they could. They could trade people. We'll see. I think they have cap space.
But you can't have a two-player team. That's the thing.
They'll be better. And LeBron carried the Cavs with nobody. If he has Kawhi, he might be able to go pretty far.
You could have a two-player team. Let's move on to our second topic, where we think Manny Machado will go. Calvin, you start.
I think he'll go to the Cubs. I think he'll be like a good veteran middle infield addition to that team on the trade deadline. The Cubs will have to give up a bit for him, but I can see Theo Epstein giving him up.
Do you think they'll trade him, or do you think they'll wait to sign him?
I think they'll trade him. I mean, and I think the Cubs will find a way to sign him.
Then who? Who do you think they'll trade? Addison Russell?
Maybe, maybe a prospect with him.
But the thing is that if you trade Addison Russell, then you're trading away your shortstop. And Manny Machado has proven to be one of the worst defensive shortstops in the MLB. So you're basically trading away your starting shortstop and a prospect for a 2-month rental.
Well, I think he played shortstop in all his life. I think he can probably improve at that position. I think that, and even if
he hasn't improved with one of the best defensive managers in Buck Showalter, why do you think he'll improve with a different manager in Chicago?
That's a good point. I mean, I still think he's going to Cubs. Where do you think he's going to go?
I think he's probably going to go to New York. But if I was New York, I would trade Miguel Andujar for Manny Machado. Andujar has hit 10 home runs and maybe a single-A prospect or so, just to sweeten the deal a little bit for the Orioles. So I think they should trade Machado for Andujar and a prospect. And then what the Yankees should do is give Machado an extension, say 8 years, $400 million. That sounds like the range and the value of Machado. And so you sign him in season to an extension and keep him in New York. So basically you have 8.5 years of him.
Okay, let's move on to our third topic, where we think Bryce Harper will go, the right fielder as of now for the Nationals. Calvin, you start again.
I think he could stay in Washington. I think Washington will probably find a way to sign him. I think even though he's been a bit inconsistent, he's much too valuable to give up. But everyone's had an off year.
But Washington has upcoming prospects in the system right now. Good outfield prospects such as Soto, Victor Robles, Michael Taylor, Adam Eaton. He's not really a prospect, but they have a good solid outfield, and if they don't make the playoffs this year, and if they don't get past the second round of the NLDS this year, I don't think he's staying in Washington.
I could see them doing a sign and trade, but I think they think Bryce Harper's valuable enough. So
where do you think he will go?
I think that if the Yankees don't get Machado, he'll go to the Yankees. But the chances are the Yankees will get Machado. So I'm saying he's going to go to Boston. He'll give Boston some much-needed outfield help. and he'll definitely give them a boost and let them be a nice contender for the World Series.
Okay.
Okay, well, I fear that we're out of time. That's gonna do it.
Sorry, we have breaking news. Tim Tebow has just been promoted to AAA by the Mets. Now back to your host.
Okay, that's some news. Okay, well, now we'll wrap up. So, thanks for watching. Your host, Michael Mirsky, with Calvin Kaplan and Issa Mansour. This was Camp Blastoff from Play by Play Camps.